gentlemen, we have some morning alphabet soup here in Red Bluff, California at the Red Bluff Outlaws for the finale of the 2023 and 18th running of the West Coast Nationals. You can see our Red Factory QRC carts behind me. Unfortunately, out of all of us, I'm the first one up for the day. The other two are locked into the show, and yesterday I made a bonehead mistake where I was going to be locked in my qualifier, and that is now putting us, in the alphabet soup. We're supposed to be starting second row outside for our C main event. Top 6 transfer, I don't think this team will really have too many problems. We should be able just to get a good start, run up front, do what we can do, and then the B main event is going to be the challenge to try to get into tonight's big show, 50-lapper, $2,500 twin feature, to chase one of the infamous Eagle trophies that you get when you win this event. So we're going to do all we can do. We got work to do. I'm excited though, get back behind the wheel and try to finish off our season here at the Red Bluff Outlaws on some sort of a high note, coming through, like I said, the alphabet soup. Did my job there in the C main event, made it through my first lower main, which luckily the car in front of me was scheduled to start 4th, but they did not show up. They scratched for this finale Sunday, so I got to move up to the front row. And of course that made my job much easier. I actually got out to the early lead, but we had some cautions, so then we had a single file restart where, Eric Gannon actually just patted me on the back. He ran second there in the C main. That's who I was battling with, that 75 car. We both were kind of just trying to maintain as we ran 12 laps. It didn't matter if we ran first or second. I actually was kind of maybe open to run second to start on the outside, but at the same time you also don't really know going into a B where you want to be. You could start on the inside and things go good. You could start on the outside and things go good. You just never really know. You mainly are just trying to miss the carnage and then pick the right lane choice that is going to propel you forward. What's up, guys? How are you?
Good.
Doing good?
Did you win your E-race?
Yeah, I just won the C. To talk quickly about the racing surface, it's extremely rough right now. It's still kind of just working its way in. We were one of the first races of the day, so it's just kind of going to continue to get better and better. When I walked it this morning, it did seem pretty rigid. There's no way to tell, and maybe I'm wrong because the racetrack's just soft here, but it looks pretty rigid out here, almost like it's uneven from how wheel pack went, and would not be surprised if today starts out rough and maybe stays that way throughout the duration of a finale of West Coast Nationals. And I kind of made that prediction, and I might stick with it. I don't really know how much it's going to clean up. We have more lower mains coming, but still, like, it just seems uneven in so many spots, and that might really affect the racing. It might make it better, it might make it worse. We don't really know. We're kind of just hanging along for the ride. But now we're going to be starting 11th here in this B. We got to pass 5 cars in 15 laps as the top 6 are going to transfer. As usual, got to be up on the wheel. Really praying things go our way. I know if we can just get into that top 6, maybe get into 4th, kind of be in a safe position, we definitely can get through this. It's something we've done before, but still, B main events are the most nerve-wracking thing. Well, I just got my hybrid on and about to get in. We have 15 laps upcoming, and this is our last chance to get a golden ticket into tonight's 50-lap feature. Everyone's going to be going for those 6 spots. Those are the only positions left. The racetrack is looking really good though right now. There's a decent bottom. You know, there's a top that's a little rough, as I've talked about during the video, but you can move around, you can throw slide jobs, you can make passes, and that's exactly what we need to see, as we got to gain 5 spots. So gonna go get in, try to salvage our West Coast Nationals, move forward, and see what happens. These B mains, they're nuts already, but at an event like this, it's cutthroat, and it can go so many different ways. So gonna strap in, feel good, try to see what we can do. Somehow this car is still semi in one piece, but pretty beat up. I think I rolled the left front knuckle, rolled the right front knuckle. My front end was all screwed up from just getting hit around throughout the B. I don't really think I think it could have gone way better, and I don't know if it could have gone much worse almost. I did technically barely miss the transfer spot by maybe half a car length. It felt like we came home 7th, just barely missing the West Coast Nationals A main event, but our only shot we really had at it was there at the end. And like I said, I was trying to drive a car that was all screwed up and drive in a straight line and not spin out. And it really sucks that our weekend is over. Like I mentioned, we got close there at the end, but pretty much the whole race I was running about 10th to 12th. Early on, I'm kind of kicking myself. I should have tried to run second in the C main. You never want to get complacent, and so in the C, like when I was clearly faster than the leader, I didn't want to slow up too much and then maybe be a threat from 3rd or 4th potentially and drop back in that. So I took the lead, but starting on the inside just didn't work. And I think maybe if I was on the outside, I could have moved forward, but I dropped back almost all the way to dead last, and then finally started going. I hit something, or it's kind of like a demo derby out there. You're basically trying not to crash. So I know what you guys are probably thinking and commenting on this video, how this is kind of a joke, and I mean, I would kind of agree with you. It was. That's how B mains are here. You know, the racing in the A can be phenomenal. You're watching, you're like, man, that is incredible. But you start watching the lower mains, and it's simply just a disaster. So more than anything, I'm just disappointed that we don't have a shot at an eagle, and I feel like I let my team down and everyone that came here to watch and support me. You know, and I have no one to blame but myself. You know, everyone did their job, everyone did everything right. Felt like my car was phenomenal. You know, but it's hard to make a race car go when you're in that much of traffic, right? You can't always show how good you are because you're constantly just getting jammed around, and you're trying to jam others around, because if you don't really stoop down to that level, you know, it's kind of a little bit of crash or be crashed or slide or be slid. So I'm already all changed. I'm gonna support my 2 teammates, Logan CV and Landon Brooks. It sucks to not be in it, and I guess even too, if we would have finished, you know, a couple spots out, that's one thing, but we were close at the end with what we had, you know what I mean? Like, if my knuckles were straight, that would have kept our setup where it was. I think I would have been able to rip around and go 7th to 6th there. It's just literally the car wanted to dart left and right. As I would get tight, get loose, it just was all back and forth. So I don't know, super disappointed right now, and that's gonna kind of end our winter season.
Your video.
Oh, you want to be in the video? We got fans that want to be in the video. What's your name, buddy?
Logan.
Logan, are you in the show? Did you make the A?
No.
No, I didn't either. So we're both in the same boat here. But yeah, it's this place is the highest of highs, lowest of lows. It kicks you around. Doesn't matter how good of a driver you are. I have another person that wants to be in the video. Speaking of good weekends, this guy's on the pole to feature tonight, right, Brody?
It's my 2nd in a row, no, 3rd in a row starting on the West Coast Nationals pole. All
right, we'll bring home an eagle. We'll be rooting Brody on as well. Anyway.
You could also go see my YouTube channel, Brody Reynolds Motorsports.
Say that again?
You could also go see my YouTube channel, Brody Reynolds Motorsports.
I'll link it below. You have a full video on his run tonight as he chases an eagle. Well, I wanted to do one closing clip before I left the building for the final time this winter. All the winners down there celebrating with their eagles and in victory lane. Sucks that wasn't us, of course. I just, as I said, I wasn't good enough this year and didn't put together the weekend that I needed. That's what West Coast Nationals is all about. Being perfect every single time you're on track. And even if you do make mistakes, just bouncing back and then, you know, once you do maybe get in a hole, having things go your way. Tonight's winner, Jesse Caldwell, got an early race incident, went all the way to the back and still drove back through, missed crashes, ran a good race, and got the lead with not too much to go and pulled away. But yeah, that's gonna end our winter in total with 12 points races in West Coast Nationals. We won 4 times, had lots of success with Factory QRC, had some bad nights. You guys kind of saw all the ups and downs, and I'm glad that you got to live it right here on the YouTube channel. You know, no matter as much as I say I hate this place sometimes, I do give a lot of credit for making me the driver that I am today, and definitely making me more mentally tough, because that's what it takes to be good inside this building. But to end it, a big thank you to Jimmy Elledge and Factory QRC and all of our partners for another great season. I know we didn't get the championship, we didn't win this, but another year down and more learned, and you know, definitely continue to progress as a race car driver so we can take all that for next winter and try to be better. So thank you guys so much. That's going to cap this all off, and it's about time to go sprint car racing. Deuces.